Hello, everyone. This is Duran's Healing, and welcome to tonight's Healing Circle. And for those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel, where I provide weekly energetic updates for the collective. And for those of you who are new here, I am a certified cowrie shell diviner, and I read higher messages through an ancient spiritual system: stones, crystals, and bones. And I also have incorporated tarot cards as clarifiers so that I can get more insight and awareness on what the higher messages are saying. And if at any point in the reading where the message resonates with you, please like, please subscribe, comment below, or share the message so that others who are in need of it can hear it. With that being said, let's get into the messages. And the message that's speaking the loudest has to do with the fact that the other side has taken a very keen interest in you, in supporting you on your journey. This interest has propelled them to begin to organize things and to put things into action from the other side. And this action is directly impacting your sense of home, your identity, your sense of nurturance, who you are. Because of where the earth stone is positioned on the cosmology wheel, in its position in nature, which suggests that who you are is a very spiritual. You're a very spiritual being with heightened intuition. And who you are has everything to do with the magic that you carry. And your devotion to the spiritual journey, the spiritual work, the spiritual side of things that will commit you to a certain degree of action on this side of town. Open and closed parentheses, because as the other side is taking action, you are also feeling the same way. Feeling a sense of tunnel vision. You're focused on the mission at hand. And it has to do with the power that you carry. This is everything to do with the relationship that you have with the other side and the position that you're in and on many planes, crossing over the threshold of time and space. And the reason for you feeling what you feel, trusting your gut as a compass, serves you right. Serves you to be in a position of alignment with the very calling that's attached to your purpose. And the energies around you will pull you in a way that you cannot deny or you cannot ignore it. This type of energy will have you waking up at night because it's so potent. The frequency of it will not allow you to slumber or be in a sedentary space. And if you are picking up on this, just know you're in the right place. You're in the right position. But it calls you to allow this energy to flow through you like water. Flow through you as the vessel that you are. Because you know the truth of the matter. You know the truth of it all. And this truth is speaking to spirituality, the spiritual world. And this may not be readily available in a manual for you. This is not something you can necessarily read about. And this type of energy comes from the purity of the energy that's pouring down to you, that puts you in a certain space of authority, a certain space of leadership, granting you a certain degree of responsibility, because you are the captain of your ship. And the other world sees you in this same way. That's why they're working on things to give to you. So you being able to download and to pick up on energy is a description of your position, of your job, of your work, and what you're here to do. And the institution stone shows up here. It's about your work with magic, your work with the spiritual world. Tapping right into your medicine stone, your nurturing stone, and your light crystal. And before I translate those very powerful cluster of stones and crystals, I would like to get clarity first. I would like to get clarity to see what this energy is about, your work, what your work is about. I can already see the other side of things. I can see that on one end is about your relationships with the people. Very personal relationships, very intimate relationships that are impacting you. Okay, if I get clarity on this, this would bring out a whole different message. What is this work that I'm speaking about with the collective? What is, oh my goodness, what are they here to do? Okay, I'm not going to take all these cards that came out. Give me 1 second, they fell. Okay. The cards that came out are intelligent and witty, spiritual progression, starting your own camp and falling apart. There is a certain level of intellect that you have. It's a bit different. It's a bit eclectic. It's a bit unique. The wittiness of who you are, the sarcasm, the intelligence that you carry is speaking to your ability to see. You see things. You see beyond the physical. And a part of this is something that you can't even share to others in the same way. But you have a uniqueness about you that can still deliver the message, because it's about spiritual progression. It's about elevating the consciousness and the spiritual literacy for others that may not be where you are, that may not see into the thread or the consciousness that your lens can see. It's about your vision. And your vision is very clear. You have a spiritual lens that's 20/20. And you may have had this gift for a very long time. But now, in reference to your work, It's not just about seeing things. It's about using the things that you see in a way that helps the spiritual progression of the consciousness in the paradigm that you live in. Providing a level of awareness to solve problems for other people who may not have this ability. And taking full ownership of this gives you a sense of work, mission, and life. This is about your purpose. And as you cultivate this energy and understand it at the level that I'm speaking about, you'll begin to start your own camp, because there's nobody here that's doing what you do. You can't work for somebody else at this level that your energy is on and feel okay. You will always feel like they're not compensating you enough. You will never feel the value of who you are attached to a corporation or a system in this manner. It would either have to be in a partnership or directly beside someone. That's why starting your own camp came out. Because as you understand your purpose, you will cultivate yourself in enough that people will come. That's what these relationships are about. It's not going to happen overnight, but you can begin to see remnants of your gifts by who you are and how you show up with the people around you. And even if some of these relationships may feel like they're falling apart, this is a key indicator or a breadcrumb that things are coming in alignment. They're falling apart so other things can fall into place. Highlighting your medicine, highlighting what you're here to distribute. And the only way you can see that is in the fruitfulness of the relationships that you come in connection with. These relationships will give you a certain degree of respect, a certain degree of honor that your gifts have no choice but to come out and to show up. Nurturing your abilities, unveiling the true healer and the true intelligent being that you are. Pulling back the curtains so that you can shine the light. Opening up your heart, opening up the frequencies that you embody. Giving the world a glimpse of who you are in its purity. Touching them with a degree of magic that has been lost for a very long time. This is your wisdom. This is who you are. This is the authentication or the authenticity of the nature of your being. And as you embark on this path, you are going to encounter hurdles, challenges, because the obstacle stone showed up right on top of your creativity symbol, which suggests that it takes a while before a child learns to walk. You crawl first. You can't bypass these steps, because in order for spiritual progression to be in place, you must achieve certain levels, accomplish certain missions. And there is no mission in life without hurdles. So as you encounter them or as they come in your path, don't be alarmed. These are signs that you're on your way. You're on your way to something great. You're on your way to the creative being that you are, forcing you into a state of action to deliver the creator or the creativity that has been laying dormant in your soul, in your spirit, that's crying to be free, so that this healing can touch others, so the healing can touch you. All this energy and the message that I'm speaking about, creativity, is at the base of it. That's where your shining light is. That is where you're headed. That's where you're going. And if you can see that, if you can see that it is your creativity that needs to be expressed, you're well on your way. You're well on your way. Wow, very powerful message. Very powerful energy. And if this message has resonated with you, please be sure to like, please be sure to comment, subscribe, so that I can see how this message is showing up in your world. And as I shift energies, what I will do is I'm going to pull some cards to see if the energy would like to provide any other messages for you tonight. Okay. The cards came out. It says freedom, mentor, and colors. It's about your freedom. This has everything to do with you being free. No one wants to live a life in a reductionist state. And the type of being that you are, you will always have challenges if you try to fit in, if you try to go with the status quo, because that's not who you are. That's not what you came here to do. An innovator, a creator, making up life as you go will give you the freedom that your spirit thirsts for. Standing in a rightful place, in a rightful position. And as you do, you will become a mentor. You will become a guider for others who are just like you, because you will see them. You will see where you came from and know what they're searching for. Spiritual freedom. A space that is held for those who come in many colors. And the spiritual meaning of colors is about frequential vibration. People that are vibrating on a very high frequency. You will begin to see the aura around them. You will start to see the color of their spirit as they come, reading energies. Because you will develop yourself so much that it will come to you like second nature. But this speaks to who you are. And I know that it may be very difficult in the paradigm that we live in, forging the path. Forging a way for other spiritual beings, other healers, even when you did not have it for yourself. But that's the point of it. You are here to be able to create a better world, a better planet. because of your frequential vibration for other beings. That's what this message is speaking to. This is a very powerful reading, and I will close this message off here. Thank you all for joining the fire tonight. Thank you all for joining the healing circle. And I will see you at the next level. Period.